Saturday morning, September 28th, where I'm in Bellevue now. I'm going to take a look around this facility. It's a little bit dark in here. It's a dark day and there is no lighting in here, so we're somewhat restricted. Looks like Bob's back there on the Bobcat digging out for the plumbing for the locker rooms. This trench has been dug. There's not enough light to see. There is a shovel down there. And you can see the T. That's where we're going to tee into. And we'll just be running a new pipe all the way back. Most of the ceiling has been painted. Unfortunately, after we painted, we came back and put another ceiling or another roof on top of the existing roof, so you can see hundreds and hundreds of unpainted screws in our freshly painted ceiling. That's not good. As part of bringing the building up to code, they've got to shoot insulation in these walls. So now you can see holes have been drilled in the block. There will be insulation shot in each one of those holes all the way around the building. And you can see some other holes up higher. Again, all for insulation. You can see some holes up there. Up there. All those holes are for insulation. It certainly has dried up in here. Let's take a walk back and look at progress thus far. What you see there is the curb. Curb is an idea I came up with. Early on, I had problems with water in the locker rooms, and I realized that a lot of the problem was the water coming in the walls and not leaving. So for these exterior walls around the locker room, they've got concrete. It serves a couple purposes. When the locker room floods, the water won't get in the walls and just sit there and rot, which is what I had to try to deal with. The other thing is this essentially turns the locker rooms into big tubs, so that if it overflows, the water's never going to get so deep that it'll jump that curb. So the water will be contained in the locker rooms and easier to manage. And I'm happy if Murphy's Law prevails, and because we have the curb, it never floods. You can see the new block, and I think you can also see that that's what happens when we don't have paint on the outside, is the water kind of comes through when it rains. Some more new block, and again, these holes now are typical. All the way around the building, going to be dug for, or going to be have holes put in it, so insulation can be blown in each one of these blocks all the way up the wall. And anywhere where there's something that blocks the insulation, they've got to go up higher and drill again. This is the area where the plumbing's going to go in for the men's locker room. And I don't think this is going to turn out very well because it's so dark in here. Shooting from the back. But that's the update for today. Does look like nope, there's still some area that needs to be painted of the ceiling, but most of it has been painted. You can see the two white HVAC ducts. Those have not been painted. Those are gray. This one has, this one's gray, this one's gray. But these two back here, they're still white, and the ceiling above them hasn't been painted.